Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Today, we're going to be talking just a little bit about some body language. Um, some of you have seen our petting consent video, which now is several years old, and I will link to that in the blog when I am done with this video and post that up in our blog. But today, I wanted to do just something much shorter and simpler, and with a few new examples. All right. So the question we're asking today is, should I pet my dog? 3 clues to watch for. So 3 signs a dog may give you and how to interpret them for maximum safety. Now, all of you know your dogs better than I do. And some of the things I tell you, you may say, no, my dog's fine with that. And, you may be right. I don't know your dog. But what I'm going to be giving you are the most conservative interpretations of these signals or cues, because I want you to be safe and I want your dogs to be safe. All right, so why are we talking about this? Well, dogs can't tell us in words, I don't like that. And of course, for 2 reasons, we want to know if our dogs like something or not. One is that we love our dogs and we want them to be happy. We don't want to do things to them they don't like if we don't have to. So we'd like to recognize if they don't like something. The other thing is that if you do something to a dog they find unpleasant, that increases the risk that they could bite. And that's something we always want to avoid. Okay, I'll go through these 3 clues we're going to talk about today, and then I'll show you some video. So clue number 1, the dog is asleep. I don't know about you, but this puppy in the picture, I definitely want to cuddle it. But to be on the safe side, I generally wouldn't recommend touching or petting a dog who's sound asleep. Now, you may say, oh, my dog loves that. If I pet him when he's asleep, he snuggles closer to me. And that's great. But if you have to choose a general rule for whether or not you should touch a sleeping dog, I would go with don't touch. Some dogs at sort of the more extreme end will even sort of startle awake and go into almost like an aggressive kind of frenzy if you startle them awake. I've had several clients whose dogs wake up and growl or snap or bite if they're like jostled when they're sleeping, and then they wake up and they just seem really startled. So anyway, the safest thing is to not try to pet a dog who is asleep. Clue number 2, the dog looks away from you or moves away. And this is when if you look at them or approach them or reach toward them. And in response, they turn their head away from you or actually just move away. That's a reasonable indication that perhaps they don't want you to touch them right now. And the last clue is a clue that your dog might like to be petted right now. And that's if they lean into your hand. Some of you have dogs who do other things that are even more obvious, like shove their nose under your hand or paw at your hand when they want to be petted. And you know your dog best. So if your dog gives you these obvious signs they want some pets, then that's great. Go ahead and pet them if you're in a position to do so. Let's look at a few really short video examples. Pancake stars in these. So this first one, should I pet this dog? Again, Pancake's looking really cute in his little neck warmer here, and I definitely want to pet him, but he is sound asleep. So all things equal, I would say no, probably don't pet this dog because he's asleep. How about this one? What do you see? So he's doing these very marked look-aways from me, and there's nothing off to his left there. So no, I'm not going to pet him. He's looking away from me. And here's that third clue, a clue that a dog does want to be petted. I put my hand out. Pancake puts his chin on my hand. I'll do it again here, I think. So I'll take that as a clue that probably he does want to be petted. He put himself in a position for me to give him some chin rubs. So why are we talking about this in the context of confidence building? This is kind of what we've been focusing our energies on these days in our business, is helping those of you with fearful dogs build their confidence. So why is it really important that you recognize when your dog wants to be touched and when they don't want to be touched? Well, we would like to predict good things for our dogs and not bad things. And even though to us, petting, we may think it should be a good thing, at a time where a dog doesn't want to be touched, it's not good to them. So if we would like to only predict pleasant things as much as possible to our dogs so that they can continue to, quote unquote, build their confidence, engage with us happily, expect good things to happen when we're around, we should be as sensitive as we can, and resist the urge, even when they are looking really, really cute when they're sound asleep. Resist the urge to pet them if we're not sure that that's what they want right now. All right. If you want more free confidence building tips, we send out an email every week with links to our weekly videos and other sort of offers, special offers, things like that will go out via our newsletter. If you're not on our newsletter list already, you can sign up at the link at the bottom there, dogkindtraining.com/newsletter, and you will get this stuff delivered to you every week. All right, everybody, if you watch this later as a recording and you have any questions or think of something later, go ahead and put your question below wherever you're watching the video, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Have a great week, and I will see you next week.